Today I'm going to be doing a deck review on the Bicycle Rhapsody playing cards. Now here I have the red and the purple version, which I just recently purchased. So let's go ahead and take a look at these. For this video, I'm only going to open up the red version, but the purple is the same as the red. The only difference is it's in purple. So, going ahead and looking at the front of the box, we have Bicycle Rhapsody, trusted since 1885, and we have this border here, which almost looks like a border of lights. Get a close up on that. It almost looks like the playing card box is bordered in lights. And here we have this very nice red pattern. It's very intricate, very ornate, and there's just this little glow around the center logo, which has the instruments. I see the harp, a horn, looks like the lute, a guitar, and it's just a very cool center logo. So, looking at the top, we have standard size, standard face. On the side, air cushion finish, made in the USA. And that also is the same for the other side. The bottom, we have barcode and some copyright info. And looking at the back of the box, we get a glimpse of the back design, and it looks very cool. And there's just a standard stamp there. Opening the flap, we just have the standard bicycle copyright info and stuff, and let's go ahead and pull the cards out. With this deck of cards, you also get two ad cards. You get a Can't Remember the Rules, which promotes the Bicycle app, and you also get a Get in the Game and social media card. So taking a closer look at the back design, here we see the same instruments as we did on the tuck case, and it's a very ornate back design, as you can see. And it just looks very unique, and it's a very artistic back design, and I'm already a huge fan of this. So, going through, we also get two jokers, and here we just have the basic guarantee joker and a colored-in joker, focusing primarily on the colors of this deck. Going through the cards, on the back card we have the Ace of Spades, which has the same ornament logo, and here's a closer look at it. However, I do feel that the ace should have received colorations or something, rather than just leaving it simply black and white. So I'm going to deduct a few points from this deck for just that, because I feel it's a very plain ace in that it lacks color. Going through, we have the standard bicycle pips, standard faces, all of that. Then when we look at the royalty, we can definitely see more custom colorations. We can see more of a purple and more of a red, but here I feel that this entire court card series centers more around a very dark crimson type red, the golds, and purple. So going through, the red cards are the same standard face, standard pip, and all that, but the red is a bit darker, it's a bit more blood colored, I guess. And this continues on into the royalty. And going through, it's the same for the clubs, and it's also the same for the hearts as well. So going through that, let's actually take a look at how this deck does handle. Okay, so as far as the handling of this deck, I can already feel that the stock feels really nice. The cards spread easily in the hands, just as you would expect any bicycle deck of cards to. Going ahead and taking a look at the Riffle Shuffle. The cards do Riffle Shuffle quite nicely. Absolutely no problems there. And again, the spread is very nice. Let's go ahead and take a look at the Pharaoh Shuffle. The Pharaoh Shuffle, if I can get this close enough, right there. The weave, as you can see, is very, very nice. And this deck does Pharaoh very nicely. The only issue I'm feeling right now is the stock. It feels to be a bit more flimsy, a bit thinner. So I don't think this deck is going to hold up very well as far as how long it can last. Going through, it does fan very nice, and the thin borders do make the standard fan quite nice for this deck. So as you can see, and the one-handed fan is quite nice as well. And you can also do blank deck quite well with this deck, although that wasn't quite perfect. Going ahead and taking a look at the giant fan. Again, this deck does Pharaoh very nicely. And just do the giant fan there. The giant fan, though this is not my best, is very artistic and it looks very, very nice. I'll do that again and try and do better this time. So the deck does weave quite easily. There we go. That's a much better giant fan, much more artistic. This deck is all around very good looking for the entirety of the fans. It cuts very nicely, although it is a bit slippery. Again, like I said, it fans very nicely. As far as dribbles, absolutely no problem there. As I've said, the stock is a bit thinner. It's a bit more flimsy than what you'd usually expect. Well, it's not good for the durability of a deck. I definitely would say it is a plus for the deck in just how it handles. This deck also is traditionally cut. For any of you out there wondering, that basically means I can Pharaoh the cards face up with ease. And yeah, let's go ahead and look at Charlier cuts. No problems there. As I've said, fan, no problems. False cuts. Cards are a bit slippery, but the deck does false cut with ease. 190 Helix cut. Absolutely no problems there. This deck all around. It also flourishes quite nice. We can do card productions and also flips. All around, this deck is a very, very nice deck. It just feels very rich in the hands. It just feels great in the hands, actually. Just very rich, very luxurious. We can also spread, flip. All around, this deck is just, it's very luxurious. I would recommend picking this up if you do ever find it. It is definitely a deck of cards worth getting. So I would definitely pick this up if you do find it, because it just feels very luxurious. And I think that when I do make my next top 10 video, my top 10 of 2016, this deck will be featured in that top 10. So overall, I definitely feel this deck deserves a rating of, I'm going to say rating of 8 out of 10, because I feel it could have received a bit more customization in the court cards, because those are pretty much standard. Also, the pips and the faces could be a bit more custom. And the ace just detracts from the look entirely, but beyond those obvious things that I just criticize, it's a solid deck. So if you ever find it, I'd recommend picking it up. So that's it for this time. I'd like to thank you all for watching. Don't forget to subscribe,